It's been quite a while since I've done a fantasy draft challenge in Madden. So today, we're gonna bring them back by doing one of the hardest challenges you could possibly do. We are gonna be doing a fantasy draft where we basically can't draft anyone. I'm gonna be taking kickers for the entire draft, and then after it's over, we have to build our team out of players that go undrafted. And then we're gonna have to rebuild that team of probably terrible players and try to turn it into the best in the league by the end of this. So this is gonna be a tough challenge, but super quick. If you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. It sounds stupid, but it really does help out the channel. I would appreciate it. And if we can get to, let's say 2,000 likes on this video, it'll let me know y'all wanna see another fantasy draft rebuild, and I have something even harder than this planned. I didn't wanna do it today because it might be too hard, but I think it would be a ton of fun. I don't wanna spoil exactly what it would be, but be sure to let me know any fun ideas y'all have down in the comments for goofy challenges I could do, and then subscribe if you haven't already, because if you like Madden rebuilds, that's all I do on the channel. So if you're into that, you're definitely in the right place. But without further ado, let's get into this. Let me start picking these kickers. Ranked number 1 out of all kickers. That's apparently a good pick. We just took Justin Tucker at number 6. I love this game. Nothing wrong with it. But let me get this over with, and we'll see who we can sign as UDFAs. I think I have a pretty obvious strategy for who we're gonna sign, but we'll have to see if we can even get a single win in year 1. But okay, now that we're done with the draft, here's a look at the team. It's about what you would expect, nothing. But I'm curious to see who the free agents are gonna be. I'm not expecting anyone great, but there could be some okay players. Ooh. Okay, yeah, there are some decent players, but they're all 33 plus. So for obvious reasons, I don't think we're really gonna sign any of these guys. I think I'm just gonna build a team of rookies, or at least very young players. Again, we're gonna be horrible this first year, that's inevitable, but maybe a few of these guys can develop. It's gonna be hard, but we'll see. Okay, here's the team we're going with. Like I said, it is all rookies or like year 2 players, just young players. Some of the most interesting ones are, I guess, Jordan Travis, Brendan Rice, Luke McCaffrey, didn't get drafted, which is, you know, he's probably the most interesting one on the team. On defense, there isn't really anyone too crazy. I mean, maybe TJ Tampa, Dadrian Taylor Demerson. Again, the goal is just to see if these guys can develop. And if not, then who really cares? We'll just replace them. But I mean, if they do develop enough, a lot of these guys could be here by the end of this thing. Maybe not a lot, but a few. And like I said, we don't really expect to win any games this year. We shouldn't win any games this year, to be fair. We have a 67 overall team, but we might win a game or 2 or more than we're expecting. But all right, let's just get straight into this thing. I don't really think we need to get to the midseason point because I don't think we're gonna know who we want to re-sign by that point. So let's just get to the end of the year and we will see what happens. Can we win a game with this team? All right, we finish 2-15. Now 2-15 is horrible, but that is better than we should have been with, I mean, barely even a 70 overall team now. It looks like we got kind of lucky in those games because we, at least statistically, did horrible. We only put up 11 points per game, allowed 30, and somehow won 2 games. Whoa. Okay, I figured Jordan Travis wouldn't do very well. It's not exactly set up great for him, but 8 touchdowns to 24 picks. That's crazy. Good yards, I guess, but that's about it. Sione Vaki put up okay numbers. I decided to start him over McIntosh because he's a rookie. I think he also plays safety, so I guess we could put him there. I don't know. I don't know what his overall is there in Madden, but it should be pretty good because, like, he is good at both, or at least, like, NFL caliber. But Luke McCaffrey, 650-ish yards, 1 touchdown. Brendan Rice, 600 yards. I was hoping one of them would have, like, a good amount of yards, get most of the production on the team, but that didn't really happen. Ooh, the blocking wasn't really that bad for what I've seen from actual good offensive lines. I feel like I say that every time we have a bad O-line on paper, but to be fair, it seems like that happens every time. And then on defense, Hill led the team with 125 tackles. Solomon Byrd with 12 TFLs led the team, and he also led the team with 2.5 sacks. Cool. And then Smith Wade and Tampa both had 2 picks, which, by the way, ooh, 54. Oh, I think it's because we had so many kickers on the roster that took up all the numbers. Let me change that real quick. Either way, he developed up to a 79 overall. It seems like whenever we do these starting with a really bad team, the corners develop a ton. I don't know why. why, but more than any other position, the corners seemed to develop. Oh, he had 17 pass deflections, though. Okay, I kind of understand. He was a monster. I mean, we don't know how many yards he allowed, but still. But other than that, a few players had a pick. We had more interceptions than I expected. But MVP goes to Aaron Rodgers on the Falcons. Okay. Tua on the... I feel like the Rams always end up with Tua. Jordan Love on the Lions up there, that's cursed. Mahomes on the Buccaneers. Russ on the Jets. I've been seeing Russ on the Jets in franchise a decent bit recently. I don't know why. But let's see. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Cooper Kupp, staying on the Rams. Bo Melton at number 2. I liked Bo Melton. I was annoyed when the Seahawks cut him, but what were the Falcons? How were they good? Or I don't know if they were good, but it looks like Aaron Rodgers did well, so they probably were. Oh, and everything just stopped loading. All right, cool. But Myles Garrett wins Defensive Player of the Year on the Eagles. Sure. No Commanders. Sione Vaki up there at number 5 for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Rice at 6. McCaffrey at 8. Isaiah Williams at 10. And Jamal Hill down at 6 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I thought he would be a lot higher. I guess he didn't do much other than getting tackles, but still. Bethune, I still don't know how to say his name. Tatum Bethune or whatever at number 8. Definitely an interesting first year. We did better than we should have done, but we were still horrible, as you would hope. Who did we beat? How did we beat anyone? It looks like, you know, when we lost bad for the most part, but we beat the Panthers. Okay, sure. In real life, maybe, but they should have a better team here. And we beat the Steelers. I don't know about that. I mean, we don't really know what their team is, to be fair, but they have a good coaching staff that should help them beat a 70 overall team on its own. But all right, let's get into this first offseason. It's gonna be a tough one. We're gonna have an unbelievable amount of work to do. We're gonna have a ton of re-signings to make too, because we have to re-sign literally everybody on the team. Remember, we didn't draft these guys. They're all on one-year deals. So even if they did well, they have to agree to come back to a 2-15 team. So let's see who we want to bring back, and we'll see if we get any dev traits. I hope. There are at least a few players that definitely deserve one. But we had a Colts-Lions Super Bowl. That's interesting. But for re-signings, I don't know how many of these players I really want to bring back at all, honestly. Not many of them are really interested in coming back. We might just build a completely different team than most of these players. Ooh, Dadrian Taylor Demerson. I don't know how I went past him, but he developed a pretty good amount. Up to a 78. That's usable at only 24. Our guards were pretty good. I don't know if they'll actually play well again, though, if we keep them. Probably because they're bad overalls, but Who was our linebacker that developed? There's always at least one linebacker that develops. Honestly, we really didn't have one, though. Jamal Hill kinda did. I guess we'll keep him, but nobody went up to a crazy good overall. So I think we're good. We're gonna let almost all of them go. We kept maybe like 8. So let's get into free agency. I doubt we're gonna do much in free agency. We're probably just gonna build this team through the draft for year 1, because I don't know who's gonna be even available in free agency. But let's take a look. We might as well. Yeah, no. I mean, they're okay players, but guys like Tank Dell, he has 30 offers. There is one team in the league that is not interested in him. I guess we could get a lead for him. Yeah, we might as well try. I mean, that's not gonna happen, but we might as well try. And we should get a running back eventually. I don't know who's gonna be good, though. I've had Brian Robinson in this game, and he's been okay. Same with Javonte Williams. He had 1.3 yards per carry on 16 attempts. That's fun. And we'll see how he does as a starter. I'll go like player-friendly 1 year. Ooh, Jatavion Sanders. That could be fun. There are actually some okay younger players here. Definitely nobody great, but some guys we could develop, maybe. So yeah, we're gonna go for a few younger players. We'll see how many of these guys we get. I guess the big one is Tank Dell, but we're probably not gonna get him. We'll see, though. You never know. Okay, so most of the players signed. We do get Tank Dell, and we get Nakobe Dean, but we didn't get, like, Tanner Bordellini. That's so random. All right, sure. That's fine. We got the best player out of the group. We also get Nakobe Dean, I guess. I do want Jatavion Sanders, so I'll up the offer a little bit. We'll go player friendly. So we have a lead for these 3. We get Javonte Williams and Jatavion Sanders. Leonard Taylor, I don't care that much. He doesn't sign. All right. We'll see if he signs eventually. It doesn't. I guess he could develop, but I don't really care. I just want to get to the draft. I don't necessarily know what my plan is for the draft yet, but we clearly have a little bit of work to do, so we'll see what we can do. But okay, we obviously have the number 1 pick, thankfully, and I don't really know what I want to do here. There is one quarterback who's projected to go in the first round, and he really isn't all that good. Javier Ruiz, I don't really want him. I mean, if he falls to the early second or something, I'll probably take him. That would still kind of be a reach, but of course, when we need a QB desperately, it isn't a good class. There are 5 that are draftable, and none of them look worth the pick that they're projected to go with. So that's tough. Ooh, there is a top 5 talent guard, also projected to go round 2, or well, no, he's projected to go round 2. The other guy just is a second round talent, but we'll probably take him at some point if we can. Not that guard's that important in Madden, honestly, they all play about the same, whether you have a 99 overall or a 65. All right, well, I don't know who to take, so that probably means we should trade down. Ooh, Carlos Willis. He maybe looks good. The awareness and play rec aren't great, though. So, all right, let's trade down. I don't even know what we're gonna do once we trade down, but I don't want to reach on someone here if I don't have them scouted. All right, we're gonna get a bunch of picks from the Raiders to move down to 10. We're gonna get their first next year, their second this year and next year, and then a third and a fourth. Now, like I said, I don't exactly know what we're gonna do at 10, but I'd rather not know what I'm gonna do at 10 than not know what I'm gonna do at 1 and get a bunch of draft picks for it. I want to take a receiver. I don't know which one looks great, though. Le'Veon Kilgore looks pretty good, but he's not projected to go until a little later. He ran a 4.58, and that's somehow solid speed, elite acceleration. I say this every time, but I hate how the ratings work. How do you run a 4.58 and you're decently fast at receiver, like pretty fast? That's crazy. Ooh, let's see. I might go with Kerry Towns. He doesn't look amazing, but God, I don't know if we should take a corner. That's like the last thing we need. We should probably take a receiver. None of them look that great. I don't know. Le'Veon Kilgore might be pretty good. A spec catch, A medium route, A to C catching, which is hopefully an A. It probably won't be, but hopefully. He has elite acceleration and solid speed. Like, it says 4.58, but this is basically like 4.43 speed or something. If it's solid with elite acceleration, there's a chance he's not great, but he looks pretty good, so we'll take him. Perfect pick. Ranked number 10, got him at 10. Okay, we'll take it. Normal dev, though. All right. Well, we did what we could. We picked a good player, sure. But early round 2, is the QB still here? It doesn't look like it. So we're gonna probably have to go with some undrafted QB this year. That'll be fun. But let's see, should we take the guard here? I think we should. I guess we could maybe take him a little later, but I don't know, why risk it? Top 5 talent, Zach Spellman. Honestly, doesn't really look like it. He looks good, but only decent strength. Only B impact block. This dude's really a top 5 talent. Some of those A ratings must be like a 95 or something. I don't know. Ranked, okay, it said 10 for a second. Ranked number 4, got him at 33. We'll take it. Doesn't really look that crazy, but apparently he is. We'll have to see. Maybe this is just a terrible draft class. It might be. But let's see. There is another really good guard available if we want to take him. I don't know that I do, though, but we could. Ooh, God. Speed rusher defensive tackles, they always look good, and then they're just not. But I mean, 4.78 speed, because that makes sense at 289 pounds. I guess I've seen a lot crazier than that, but he has elite speed, change of direction, acceleration and agility. And he actually looks like a decent run defender, unlike a lot of the speed rusher defensive tackles that I see and that I take, and then they're not good. He'll probably be the same. He probably won't be that good, but he looks good, so we'll take him. Okay, he is pretty good. Ranked 29, got him at 42. I mean, we're 3 for 3 on first round talent so far. Pretty good. No major whiffs yet. And let's see, let's just shore up this O-line. Another first round talent, guaranteed. Why not? Ranked 19, got him at 65. We'll take it. This is a good start. We're really building up what we need to build up other than the QB position, at least on offense. Our defense is going to be rough on paper, but we'll worry about one thing at a time. Actually, let's go with a defensive player. Matthew Banks looks pretty good. Linebacker shouldn't really be our number 1 worry, but he's a first to second round talent. We'll take him. Ranked 47, got him at 74. Sounds good. And then let's see, probably the last pick I'm going to show. I want to take a receiver. I don't know who's good, though. Russell Allen, are you decent? 4.55 speed. He has actually pretty decent ratings. Well, his short route and deep route are terrible, and his awareness. If he had good awareness, I would take him, but that kind of scares me away from him. I focus scouted Ben Carnahan, which probably wasn't the best idea. I probably should have focus scouted scouted someone that was projected to go earlier because I could already tell that he was decent, but whatever. We'll take him. He looks decent. We'll finish off this receiving core. Ranked 79, got him at 97. That's a decent pick. No dev trait, though. But all right, I might make a couple more picks, but we will see how we did. But okay, here's how we did in the draft. It was okay. Well, no, it was really good. I'm just getting used to using worse draft classes because they're more realistic. But let's see. Le'Veon Kilgore, our first pick, 77 overall. That was to be expected. Just wish he had a dev trait. He's also not wearing matching shoes. That's interesting. Also, really weird sleeves. I don't know why they look like that, but he looks good. 87 spec catch, 94 excel, 85 catching. We'll take it. 80 medium route. Just wish he had a dev trait. And then Zach Spellman, I think he was a 78, and then he went down to a 77. We're obviously going to play him at tackle because that's the more important position. But yeah, good pass blocker. I'm really surprised he was a top 5 talent, but we'll take it. Then Alex Bradley, he's pretty good, 75 overall. Crawford's he was a 75, went down to a 74 at tackle. Matthew Banks is pretty good. Carnahan's pretty good. And then I did take these two players. I just took the blocking tight end with the highest strength. He's not very good, but at least he has hidden dev, I guess. We might honestly start him. We probably shouldn't, but we'll see. But Isaiah Fulton has hidden dev too, so that's cool. Wish we got the hidden dev on better players, but I guess we'll take it. So good draft. I'm definitely going to have to fill out this team with some free agents, but let's get into year 2 and we will see how we're doing. But okay, here's a look at the team heading into year 2. It's definitely better. I don't know that we're going to perform much better than last year because we don't have a QB still, but the team's at least better on paper. And I mean, what is there to really say about this team? Let's see. I checked who was better in the preseason at QB. Yeah, like what do I do with this information? They both had the same touchdown interception ratio. They were almost exactly the same with completion percentage. I guess Mahoney had higher yards per attempt, but Nash got sacked more. I guess we'll go with Nash because he's a scheme fit. I don't know. Sure. I don't know. I don't think either of them are going to do well, but we'll see. Our defense actually isn't bad on paper. The big issue is we're going to have 0 pass rush. Everything else is fine and should develop, but we might get like 10 total sacks this year if we're lucky. But all right, let's get into the season. We might also make this one quick because it's going to be rough, but we'll get to the midseason point and we will see how we're doing. Okay, we are actually a little better this year somehow. We are 2-5 already at the midseason. How's our QB doing? I'm curious. Actually, well, he's doing better than he did in the preseason, I guess. 7 touchdowns, 10 picks though. Not great, but better than I expected. Better than Jordan Travis did somehow. So, I mean, we'll keep him as the starter for the rest of the year, but that's probably the last time he's going to start for anyone. There really isn't much for us to do, though. I don't think I want to really bring anyone back yet. So, all right, very quick mid-season. Let's just get to the end of the year, and we will see. I mean, hopefully we have the #1 pick, but we'll see what happens. I'd be okay with some players doing well, too. But, all right, we finished 4-13. I'm glad we didn't do too well, because we are still horrible. But let's check out some of our season stats. Actually, Austin Nash did pretty well. Why does that sound like an actual name? Is there someone with that name? I don't know. Apparently it's a car, an interesting looking car. But yeah, he was good, like surprisingly good. Not good enough to keep him probably, but he did pretty well, surprisingly. At least he had more touchdowns than picks. But Javonte Williams was okay. He had 11 touchdowns, but 3.8 per carry. Not great. And we really didn't have anyone get too many receiving yards, probably because we're bad, but God, Kilgore had 0 receiving touchdowns as a rookie. That's not ideal. But the blocking was actually surprisingly really good. Ricky Teague was kind of terrible, but other than that, it was pretty good for Madden at least. And then Jamal Hill, 111 tackles, TFLs 15 for Fulton, led the team, and sacks 6.5 for Alex Bradley. He was actually pretty good. Only star dev, but up to an 83 overall. So hey, we'll take that. But other than him, I mean, 4 sacks for Fulton, also star dev, unsurprisingly. He actually developed a pretty good amount too, though. But interceptions, 4 for Smith Wade, 2 for Hill, Tampa, and Dean, and then 1 for a few players. But Justin Herbert wins MVP on the Texans. Justin Fields on the Ravens up there. Mac Jones on the Broncos. All right, but let's see. Michael Pittman Jr. wins Offensive Player of the Year for the Giants. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Myles Garrett again. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Tevin Jackson for the Lions. Nash at 4, Carnahan at 5, Kilgore at 9, and then Defensive Rookie of the Year, Banks at 6, Bradley at 8. So no awards. I don't even know how much we're gonna develop in the offseason. What am I looking at? Geno Smith is the 49ers starting QB. That's cursed. Drew Lock is the Giants starter? Really? He actually did okay, too. Why? They made the playoffs with Drew Lock as their starting QB, it looks like. That's cool. But all right, let's get into the offseason once again. Let's see if we get any good dev traits. I don't know what we would get, but hopefully we get something. We just need some development. But we have a Bills-Bucks Super Bowl. That's kind of fun. And let's see. Ooh, okay, Spellman has Superstar. He obviously didn't gain that or anything, but that's cool. Smith Wade went up to Superstar. Did Jamal Hill get Star? Did he have that? No, he just got it. That's cool. Okay, so we at least did get a couple. And we at least drafted someone with better than just Star. So we'll take it. Not a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. But let's see. We have some re-signings, obviously. Do we want to bring Javonte Williams back? He really wasn't that great. I thought he could have done worse, but he also wasn't good. I don't know. I guess we'll re-sign Austin Nash because he was decent, just to hopefully be our backup next year. But all right, I think we're good letting pretty much everyone else here go. Hopefully there's some good free agents this year. Not really. There are some running backs, though. At least a couple. Maybe we should just draft and develop a running back, because it looks like Jalen Warren was actually decent. Normally, these guys don't do great in simulation, though. I should drop my controller. I'm dropping everything today. I spilled an entire cup of coffee all over my desk, trying to go and hit the record button. It took me like half an hour to clean up, and I think it ruined my keyboard, so I'm using a backup. But I guess we'll try to sign Jalen Warren. He does have offers, though, and he's not interested, so, yeah, maybe we can't. Maybe we'll just go with Javonte Williams, but we probably should draft a running back. I don't even know if we can get him. We might just have to draft one and develop him. Ooh, Trayvon Walker. Ooh, he had 12 sacks last year. Should we try to sign him? I don't know. I don't think I've ever really signed him in Madden. We'll see how that goes, if we can get him. But I think that's all we're gonna do. We're gonna try to get Javonte Williams back, but we probably won't be able to. Maybe for the best. And then Trayvon Walker, we'll see if we can get him. Both sign, and I figured we don't get either of them. All right, cool. Let's get to the draft. But okay, in the draft, we surprisingly pick at number 3. I thought we would be a little higher, but I guess there were 3, 4, and 13 teams this year. That's weird. No 5 and 12 teams. Lots of 6 and 11 and 7 and 10s, though. Unfortunately, the pick we traded for is pick 21, the one we got from the Raiders last year. I don't even remember who it was. I think it was the Raiders, but I haven't even looked yet. Is this a good QB class? Oh yeah, I saw something interesting. Okay, there is one first to second round talent QB. He's already 23, but there's a 27-year-old prospect. I don't know that I've ever seen this before. 27 is crazy. Zach Robinson from Jacksonville State. Yeah, I don't know if he looks awful. Yeah, I think I'm good. Is that like a normal thing? That's so weird. But all right, I think we're gonna have to reach on this QB. It's fine. He's projected to go at 9, so I guess we could trade back a little bit, but I don't know that I want to. We have enough picks at this point, maybe. We'll just take him. He is ranked number 36. Okay. No dev trade. What are these QB classes? God. Well, that's tough. But let's see. There's some decent defensive ends. Gerald Wilkerson, first-round talent. Cameron McCullough, also first-round talent. We'll probably take him because he's a year younger. He probably won't have a dev trait, but we'll take him. Ranked number 18, got him at 21. He does. Okay, cool. We could even go with another if we wanted to. Wilkerson is still here. We don't really need to, but I guess we could. Let's see. Let's go with... what should we do here? Let's see, based off the first round talent or top 5 talent guard we got last year, this guy's probably pretty good. Kurt McDonald, we might take him soon. Definitely not yet, but soon. Let's see. Again, we should go with a running back. I don't know that any of these guys look super great though, but I always like to just take ones that have really good awareness. I don't know if that's a good strategy, but seems to work out sometimes. Raphael Claiborne's already 23 though. He does look good. We'll take him. Ranked number 12, got him at 35, does have a dev trait, thankfully. He'll start for us this year. That 27-year-old QB is still available. Couldn't imagine why. Ooh, Wilkerson is still here? Yeah, we'll take him. Why not? Ranked 12. Oh, no. Ranked 17. Got him at 53. Sounds good. And then finally, let me take... I guess we could definitely wait, but we'll take him here. Kurt McDonald. He's probably not good for a reason I won't understand, but he looks pretty good on paper, so we'll take him. Ranked 23. Got him at 67. We'll take it. This was a pretty good draft. I mean, if there was a decent QB available, this would have been a great draft, but still, nothing at the QB position. Still 0 first-round talents. Like, the guy we took was first to second, but he was ranked 36. That's second. We might even take a QB again next year if he doesn't play well. But all right, I think I'm done drafting. I don't really see anyone else I want. I guess Sean Taylor could be decent. He's okay. But okay, we did well once again. Paul Ward he's decent. If he was 21, then I would be confident that he can develop, but he's 23, so it's gonna be tough. He has good ratings, 94 throw power, 87 short accuracy and throw on the run. Like, he has 94 change of direction, damn. But like, I don't know, normal dev and already being 23 in Madden is a tough combination. Unless he wins MVP, it's gonna be hard for him to develop a whole lot. We'll see though. And then both McCullough and Wilkerson are 75 overalls, so we couldn't really go wrong there either way, but we ended up with both of them, so we'll take it. And then Claiborne, 77, he's decent. He'll start because he has to. And then both of the linemen we got are pretty good. The CPU even grabbed a good third lineman. I guess we'll put him at right guard. And a pretty good receiver. No dev trade, of course, but he's good. This is the first time I've seen the CPU actually be helpful in I don't even know how long. I've been spending more picks manually lately because I feel like the CPU draft logic has almost gotten worse. Like, it just doubles and triples and quadruples up at positions you've already picked. I guess it kind of did that here with another guard, but at least we needed it, so we'll take it. But yeah, good draft. Let's get into year number 3, and we will see how the team's looking. But okay, heading into year 3, we actually could be pretty decent this year. I'm not going to guarantee it or anything because, you know, we realistically shouldn't be good because we're only a 79 overall team. I do want to check where that ranks. I would bet it's easily the worst. I just don't know how much it's the worst by. Okay, the Saints are an 82. Same with the Bears and the Vikings. So it looks like we're the worst by 3 overall. But we might not be by the end because, I mean, our entire team is made up of either rookies or year 2 players, basically. Not all of them, but almost all of them. I'm still worried about our pass rush. Most of the time, Madden generated, like, drafted players don't do well in terms of pass rush, so we might not have a pass rush, but we'll see. But our offense should be pretty good, assuming Ward and Claiborne do well. You know, it definitely still needs some work, but maybe not that much, assuming these guys develop. We'll see. Let's honestly just get straight to the end of the year again. I mean, if there are any re-signings we have to make, I guess I'll show them at the mid-season, but I just don't think there will be. So again, let's get to the end of the year, and we will see how this team does. I'm gonna guess, how do I think this team's gonna do? I'm gonna guess 5 wins. I don't know, maybe. We literally have a rookie at all 4 of, I guess, the most important positions in Madden. QB, running back, and then both defensive end spots. So, we'll see. I'll guess 5 wins, maybe 6. But we could be bad because we don't know how the rookies are going to do. Not that 5 wins is great, but we could be even worse than 5 wins. We could be better. I don't even know what the point of me predicting this is, but we'll see what happens. Okay, pretty good guess. We finish 6-11. I mean, not ideal, but pretty good for how terrible our roster honestly still is. It looks like Paul Ward was okay. 3,600 yards, 23 touchdowns. The picks were a little high. I mean, I don't know what I expected, but he wasn't great. He developed a little bit, though, up to a 79. I'm guessing our run game was probably an issue. Yeah, 3.1 yards per carry for Claiborne, 9 touchdowns. Oh, yeah, I signed Joe Mixon. He was just a free agent. I mean, he's regressed a pretty decent bit, but he did pretty well, 4.1 yards per carry. And then Kilgore, 900 yards this year, pretty good. Tank Dell, 850, almost 800 for Carnahan. I wonder if the Commanders' offensive playbook isn't that good. It was super good last year. I thought it was one of the most underrated offensive playbooks, but I mean, I'm assuming it's changed now. I can't tell if it's the playbook isn't great or if the team isn't great. I don't know what's causing the issue. Again, not that we really should be better, but you definitely can do well even with a bad team on paper in Madden. I mean, that's what happens most of the time. But the blocking was really good once again. Crawford isn't great, though. Other than that, we did really well. And then Hill led the team with 100 tackles. TFL's 18 for Alex Bradley led the team. And sacks, 11.5 for Bradley. Bradley, he better get a dev trait this year. He better get superstar dev. But he was like our only pass rusher, really. I think he had more sacks than the rest of the team combined. Let's see, 6.5, 7. We had what, 8.5 total sacks for the rest of the team. Bradley had 11.5 on his own. Yeah, the rookie edge rushers were horrible. Jared Wilkerson had 0 sacks in 560 snaps. That's fun. But interceptions, Smith, Wade, and Anthony had 4 picks. Bethune or whatever had 2, and then 1 for 4 different players. So I'm no genius, but I think I think the problem with our defense is that our edge rushers are starting to combine for 3.5 sacks. Again, I'm no genius, but I think that might be a problem. But MVP goes to Jalen Hurts on the Bills. That's something. Dak on the Patriots. I feel like I've seen that in a fantasy draft before. Josh Jacobs wins Offensive Player of the Year for the Buccaneers. Javon Baker. Michael Wilson. What is this? I mean, those are 2 underrated receivers, I feel like, but not 2 I usually see do well in simulation. Myles Garrett wins his 3rd Defensive Player of the Year in a row. Oh, that's fun. Trayvon Walker. Definitely didn't need him when we again combined for 3.5 sacks from our starting edge rushers. What am I doing? Why'd I click on record books? I need to check Rookie of the Year. We get cucked, of course. Andrew Espinoza wins Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Eagles. Of course, by a division rival, too. Paul Ward at 2, Raphael Claiborne at 3. Great. Bolden at 7. I don't even know who this is. Trent Bolden, who are you? I think he's a receiver. And then McCullough at number 4 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. So it doesn't look like Ward is going to get a dev trait. That's fun. That's cool. We still might need a quarterback. I'm not ruling out that we're going to draft one. Because, like, honestly, through the draft, we don't really need much anymore. We just need free agents at this point for the most part. So I might draft another QB. But all right, did we get any good dev traits? Oh yeah, I already saw that McDonald has superstar. That's cool, I guess. Claiborne, unfortunately, only has star. But on defense, Bradley and Anthony went up to superstar dev. That's cool. Both Fulton both Wilkerson and McCullough only have star. That's fine. I don't know. I'm trying to think what we should do in the draft, and I don't know. But all right, I don't think we're gonna bring anyone here back. We just don't really need to. We might in free agency, but like, I'm good. What we really need is actual good free agents, so let's hope there are some. Okay, I mean, it's better, but it's still like all kickers and punters as the best players. There are decent ones here. We could sign Daniel Jones. That would be fun. How does he do in simulation? He does better than he does in real life, to be fair, at least statistically. Let's see, Jalen Polk might be fun if we can get him. He'll probably reject us even though we have the lead. Christian Mahogany, that would be fun. Shout out, I think he commented on one of my videos before, so that's cool. But I don't know, we could go for Tavondre Sweat, I guess. No, we can't. The Cardinals have a big offer. I mean, we could still try because, I don't know, defensive tackle isn't really what we need though. We just need an edge rusher and there really isn't one here. Ooh, I mean, Harold Landry actually puts up decent numbers, it looks like. I don't know, he's 31, that's the problem. He's just gonna regress after a year. It's such a band-aid signing if he even does well. If we can even get him. This is tough. We're gonna have to trade for someone, I think. Maybe this year, maybe next year, but it's probably gonna have to happen. But we'll go for a few players. I don't know how many of these guys we're gonna get, but Jalen Polk, Joshua Williams, Harold Landry, and Christian Mahogany. We'll see. Okay, we get Williams and Mahogany. Landry goes to the Giants. There just isn't another option. Like, what do we want? 32-year-old Andrew Van Ginkel? He had 9 sacks, but I don't know. At least speaking from experience, you gotta imagine the player's gonna get about half of what they got last year when you sign them. I don't know, maybe I'm just unlucky, but it feels like that's usually what happens. Like Andrew Van Ginkel got 9 sacks, you would probably get 4.5 for us, something like that. But all right. Oh yeah, I guess we still have one more free agent we're going for, right? Oh yeah, Jalen Polk doesn't want to sign. I'll just go very player friendly. Why not? We have the money. That's not an issue right now. But okay, he does thankfully sign. But let's see, let's get to the draft, and again, we might draft another QB. I don't know if we're going to, but we might. But okay, we pick at number 6. And once again, of course, there are no good QBs. What are these classes? It seems like once we get a QB, there are like 8 first-round projected quarterbacks, but when we need one, they don't show up. I mean, that doesn't always happen, but it feels like it happens a decent bit. I'm not sure what I want to do at number 6, though. I guess it depends on who's available. There were some good-looking receivers, but they're probably going to get taken. Yeah. The number 1 pick was a running back? Is it 2002? Why would you do that? There is a top 5 talent guard available. I mean, we don't need guard really anymore, but I mean, I don't really see anyone else I want here. I know we need an edge rusher, but I just don't think we're gonna fix that through the draft. So you know what? This might be a questionable pick. I realize that, but whoa, okay. He almost has all elite traits. He was almost first for everything at the combine and his pro day. He ran a 4.89 at 327. Whoever said Madden was unrealistic? They're crazy. All right, this looks like a real top 5 talent, unlike the guard we took a couple years ago. This dude looks insane. Number 2, I thought he was gonna be number 1, but yeah, he looks great. I guess maybe he's not an amazing run blocker, or I guess he just doesn't have the best power, but I mean, he should. He has 93 strength. But yeah, he looks really, really insane. Again, we don't really need guard, but I don't feel the need to repeat myself again. Ooh, Bryce Harrison, 4.61 speed, 35 bench reps. I don't know. He looks good. I don't know that he's going to be better than anyone we have, though. Dalvin Brown actually looks pretty good, too. But, like, I just think we need to trade for an edge rusher. Ooh, some of these corners look really good. Jimmy Conley, great speed, elite acceleration, elite change of direction. Devin Parks, elite speed, elite acceleration. A-man, B-zone, B-press. The awareness isn't great, but, yeah, I think I'll take him. Ranked number 8 in the class. Picked him at 38. Sounds good to me. No dev trait, though. Why would an insane athlete be able to develop quickly? That would be crazy. This game drives me crazy sometimes. This might be the most normal devs I've drafted in a rebuild. I mean, probably not, but it feels like it. But let's see. Ooh, this running back actually might be good. William Walker. Yeah, he looks pretty good. Let's see. Is there a good tight end? I don't know if we would be able to find one here, but maybe. Matthew Nixon looks okay. The only problem with him is he has poor acceleration. He does have elite agility and great speed, though. He looks good. Yeah, we'll take him. He's probably not that great, but we'll take a chance. No, he's pretty good. Ranked 41, took him at 70. Hidden dev, I mean, sure, we'll start him. I would think he was really good if he didn't have poor acceleration, but I mean, good pick either way. And then let's see. I want to find, like, a really good player. They're hard to find at this point. Should we take that running back? I guess. William Walker, he's probably not great. Really, the only thing I like about him, I guess he has A, ball carrier vision, but I always like I said, I like to look for A, awareness in running backs. Again, I don't know if that's a good thing to look for, but it seems decent. Ranked 65, he's not amazing. Okay. I mean, he was worth the pick, but not amazing. But all right, once again, we'll see how we did in the draft, and we might kick off year 4 with a trade. We'll see. But okay, here's how we did. This must have been a pretty good class, because Jason Barrett is an 82 overall, and he was only the second best player in the class. That's crazy. 90 lead block, 91 impact block, 77 speed is crazy. 77 agility, 86 excel. He's a really good guard. He was worth it. I've kept guard as my focus position for every year of this so far, but I think I'll finally switch it after this year. We've gotten enough. I mean, it's worked out. We found a lot of good ones, but we don't really need any more. But Devin Parks, I mean, if he had a dev trait, I would feel great about this pick, but he's really good. Just, it'll be super hard to develop him for no reason. This almost makes me wish, like, dev traits didn't exist, because I feel like the players they get given to, even in the regular game, just don't really make sense. I feel like it should be given to good athletes who, you know, maybe are a little more raw. Not that he's raw, but he's a good athlete. It should be like an upside thing, I think. But I don't know. But Matthew Nixon, he's pretty nice. 75 overall. Hidden dev, he'll be our starting tight end and should develop pretty quickly. Not that we really use a tight end. I kind of wonder if we should change our offensive playbook, because I don't love it. But William Walker, 74 overall, he's decent. I actually made every pick. The last one I know wasn't great, but I took a blocking tight end, 70 overall. He had a dev trait. Keith Watts is fine, and then Brian Bowman's a 64. That's tough. Would you be decent at safety? I mean, he's 5'11", 223. Yeah, he's okay at safety. Sure, whatever. Oh yeah, and who was the best player in the class, I wonder? It was probably one of the receivers. The receivers look amazing. No, it wasn't. It was a running back. Okay. The 49ers took a running back at number 1, and it wasn't even that good of a running back. I mean, he's good. But I maybe would have understood if you took, you know, Chance Williams, the 83 overall at number 1, but they didn't even... How do you pick a number 1 running back and you don't even take the best one? That's crazy. Okay, we are gonna be trading our first round pick for the next 2 years for Aiden Hutchinson. That's a lot to give up. Also, I don't know why his name covers the X Factor symbol, but sure, whatever. But yeah, this should be a massive boost to our massively struggling pass rush. It's a lot to give up, but I mean, it should easily be worth it. He's, you know, he would have been Defensive Player of the Year in real life before he got hurt, and he's really good in this game. I've seen him get way crazier numbers than this before. I've seen him have like 25 sacks or something ridiculous. So he's now easily the best player on our team, and that move alone should legitimately make us a good team now. But okay, here we are heading into year number 4. We're looking the best we ever have, as you would hope, and this is the first time in this rebuild I've actually had some hope that we could be a decent team. You know, we have a QB that could do well. We have a running back that could maybe do well, and we should have a really good pass rush. If we don't, we're gonna change our playbooks around a little bit. Like, we should be pretty good this year. I don't think we should be like 12-5 or anything, but I think we should be able to sneak into the playoffs. If anything is gonna hurt us, it's probably gonna be our run game, I would assume. I do want to check though, where do we rank now in terms of overall? We were in 85 a second ago, but now we're in 84. That happens sometimes for some reason. Okay, we're not great, actually. We're decent though. We're like mid. We'll take that at this point. The Saints are still only in 82. How do you do a fantasy draft and end up with that bad of a team? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, this offensive line is really good. This receiving core is good. We don't have anyone insane. Ooh, maybe we do need a better receiver, because Tank Dell as an 84 is only ranked number 46. Okay, that's not great. We're just really banking on the fact that our pass rush can carry us. So we'll see. I think we will get to the midseason this year, because we could have some important re-signings, but we should be a good team this year. So let's get to the midseason, and we will see what happens. Okay, we are only 3-4 at the mid-season. All right, we're gonna change our defensive playbook. You already know what I'm gonna use. It's the one I always use because we have to, because we never seem to do as well as we should. If I can find it, we'll go with the Bills defense. We also might change our offensive playbook, because our offense hasn't been that good this year, but to be fair, our defense is better on paper, so it should be better, but it's worse. Oh, and actually, Nixon has superstar dev. That's cool. But yeah, we should be better than, I mean, should we be better than 3-4? I don't know. Like, the record is fine, but we've had a pretty bad defense, and we shouldn't. So we'll see how it does now. It should be better. But do we have anyone to re-sign? We probably do. Well, not really. I mean, it's all backups pretty much. I mean, we'll have the 5th year for Le'Veon Kilgore. We're obviously not going to pick that up. But yeah, I guess we're done here once again. I don't know when we're going to have any important re-signings, but let's get to the end of the year, and we will see if we can somehow bounce back and sneak into the playoffs finally. I kind of doubt it, but maybe. Okay, well, actually, super quick before I reveal how we did in year number 4, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like on the video, be sure to subscribe, all that good stuff. I know I plug a lot, I'm sorry, but like, it helps out the channel. I would appreciate it. Again, I don't even remember. I think I said 2,000 likes and I'll do another fantasy draft or something like that. I enjoy doing these a lot. I also might do just a regular fantasy draft rebuild sometime, because I used to do those and I was pretty decent at them. They're not exactly hard to rebuild, but they create some insane teams. So let me know if you would want to see that too. And again, be sure to let me know any fun ideas y'all have down in the comments. But here's how we're looking at the end of the year. I can't even remember what hidden devs we had. Was our only one Nixon? Or no, we had Barrett. He had superstar dev too. That's not that surprising though. I mean, he was the 2nd best player in the class. But we're now up to an 87 overall, and in year number 4, we finished 11-6, and we did make the playoffs. We only lost 2 more games in the rest of the year. So yeah, if you want a good 4-3 defensive playbook, I suggest the Bills. But let's check out our season stats. Paul Ward was decent. Maybe not. He had a good passer rating, but 3,500 yards, 25 touchdowns, 20 interceptions. I set quarterback as our focus position, and it looks like we're going to draft one. Is he tradable? Where does he rank? 24? We could maybe get like a 2nd for him, because he's still only 24. I guess he'll be 25, but I think we could get like a 2nd. Ooh, and Raphael Claiborne, I honestly thought he would do really bad, but 1,100 yards, 4.1 per carry, and 12 touchdowns. We'll take that. But for receiving, not much. much. I mean, is the Commanders' offensive playbook just not that good? It kind of seems not that good. It uses a lot of receivers. Our number 4 receiver outproduced our tight end, which I don't really want. I think we'll change our offensive playbook too, because I want Nixon to get some production. But for blocking, it was really good. I mean, you know, the one positive about Ward is some quarterbacks seem to have a trait where they just don't get sacked much, and it seems like Ward definitely has that. But what's the point if you're not doing well when you're passing? So I don't know. I still think we'll move on from him. But Jamal Hill, 108 tackles led the team. TFL's 13 for Bradley, 12 for Hutchinson, and sacks 18.5 for Aiden Hutchinson. I bet he had like 2 at the midseason. The best part about the Bills' defense is it gets a lot of sack production. It doesn't usually get many picks, so we'll see, but gets a lot of sacks. But 9 for Bradley, only 4 for McCullough though. 4 for Wilkerson. Maybe we should start Wilkerson this year. I don't know. Or next year. But interceptions, 2 for Clark, Hill, Taylor Demerson, Tampa, and Smith Wade, and then 1 for a couple players. So actually a good amount of picks. But I don't know how many of those came in the first part of the year. But JJ McCarthy wins MVP for the Falcons. Interesting. Trevor Lawrence on the Browns. Huh. But Michael Wilson wins Offensive Player of the Year this year. Okay. Paris Campbell up there in 2027. TJ Watt on the Vikings wins Defensive Player of the Year. Hutchinson all the way down at 3 with 18.5 sacks. So Watt must have broke the sack record, probably. But Offensive Rookie of the Year, Nixon at number 7, and Defensive Rookie of the Year, Parks also at number 7. Our lucky number, I guess. But all right, finally, for the first time, we are in the playoffs. I don't think we're gonna go super far, but I guess we could. It's just hard to say. I wish our offense was better. Not that it deserves to be great, but should we also change our offensive playbook right now? I think I'm going to. I just don't know if I want to do it right now. What's even a good offensive playbook that uses the tight end? I know the Chiefs is super tight end heavy, but it doesn't seem as good this year, in Madden 25 at least. They have Jared Goff. He got sacked 58 times and still only threw 5 picks. That's crazy. Spencer Stanford, he's probably good. Yeah, he's an 83 overall, the 15th ranked left tackle, and he allowed 25 sacks. I love how realistic this game is. Thanks, EA. Okay, they have a 71 overall right tackle who's a 60 overall pass protector. He still allowed a lot of sacks, but less than half of what their actual good tackle allowed. I love this game. But all right, we're gonna be taking on the Vikings in the wild card, who have TJ Watt. He only got 16 sacks. Did we get screwed? Did he get like picks or something? If he got picks, then sure, whatever. But Zach Wilson is their starting QB, and we're gonna lose to him. What is this team? DeAndre Swift had 3.7 yards per carry. What are we doing? Why are they here? Okay, yeah, TJ Watt had 4 picks. Fair enough, I guess. What? We don't deserve to win a lot of playoff games because we're not the best overall team in the world, but we deserve this one. Let's see what happens. We lose. Of course we lose. Why would we beat Zach Wilson and the Vikings? That would be crazy. Kenny Pickett is the Jags starting QB. What is happening? Oh, he's actually good. Hold on. Okay, yeah, he's pretty good. They also have Sam Darnold. All right. Tyson Bagent was the Panthers starting QB, and he actually did really well, but Tanner McKee... Deshaun Watson is the Steelers starting QB. Drake May is a 99 overall. I mean, a 96, but playing up to a 99. This is one of the weirdest simulations I've ever seen, and that's saying a lot. Of course, Mac Jones is the Broncos QB. We already knew that. Daniel Jones is starting for the Eagles. They also have Sam Howell and Anthony Richardson. Poor Michael, he's the backup for the Falcons again. You just can't catch a break. Why? All right, let's change our offensive playbook. What do we want to go with? Who uses tight ends a lot? I know the Chiefs do, but anyone else? Ooh, the Saints. I don't know if their offense is great, though. Browns, and then the Chiefs. The Browns actually had a pretty good offense. Do I trust the Browns offense, though? I mean, maybe they were up there for yards, up there for points per game. That feels like a weird pick. I don't know that I've ever intentionally switched to the Browns offense in Madden, but it was good here, assuming they still have Kevin Stefanski, I would hope. Because if you fire your head coach, the new coach that comes in just comes in with their own playbooks, right? Probably. No, they don't have him anymore. E. Green, whoever that is. I'm just gonna go with the Chiefs offense. It's not as good this year, but should be better than what we have. But all right, let's get into the final offseason here. And let's see, do we want to bring anyone back? I don't think so. There wasn't really anyone that important here. It was just all backups. Danny Dunbar. Oh, he's a 67. I thought that said 77. Yeah, I'm good. I don't even remember signing half these players. I don't know where they came from. I mean, I'm sure I did. I'm sure they were just free agents, but I don't remember signing them. So, all right, we'll let everyone go, and we need a good free agent class. There needs to be somebody, please, for the first time. I know it's going to be all kickers and punters and probably running backs, but please. Kickers and punters and corners, I guess. Not that we need one. All right. Why is nobody hitting free agency? Let's see. There are decent players here, though. I just don't know how much of an upgrade they would be. I don't know what I just did. Christian Wilkins, maybe we could use. He'd be a really good second defensive tackle. I mean, we might as well just sign whoever would even be a slight upgrade. Because, like, what are we going to do with this money if we don't? There isn't an upgrade at receiver unless we want to go Malachi Corley. Dropped a touchdown yesterday. How do players still do that, by the way? Like, what's even the point of dropping the ball? Like, hold on to it and spike it after you get into the end zone. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. But there is a superstar receiver, Randy Franks. I don't know that he's that good, but he has superstar dev. We're really just looking for anything. Rasheed Walker, he would never play. Wyatt Teller, maybe. Broderick Jones is kind of terrible in this game, right? Yeah, I'm good. Miles Murphy, how does he do? We really need a number 2 edge rusher. 1 sack. All right, no thanks. Ooh, Bradley Chubb, how does he do? 2 sacks. Okay, I'm good. Jonah Ellis, really? Oh, I was thinking of Christian Ellis. Aren't there like 3 Ellises? There's also the Falcons linebacker. I don't know. I think they're all brothers or something. And you know what? Let's sign, I guess, Kenny Moore to be our slot corner. Sure. We still have 94 mil left, and I don't know what to do with it. Javon Bullard, sure. I don't know. Deron Payne to be a really good 3rd defensive tackle. Sure. Rasheed Walker would be really good tackle depth, and Michael Mayer would be a good number 2 tight end, I guess. We're really doing whatever we can here. Anthony Richardson would be a fun backup QB. We could even, I mean, if we have to, we could start him because he does really well in this game. But all right, still a good amount of money left over, but we're going to go for Wyatt Teller, Kenny Moore. I mean, I don't need to list them off. You saw who we're going for. I don't know how many of these guys we're going to get, but hopefully all of them. I know we're not going to, but hopefully. Oh, it's taking a minute to load. That was too many players, but we get Wyatt Teller, Kenny Moore, Christian Wilkins, Rasheed Walker, Deron Payne. I wouldn't even be able to tell you if we didn't get anyone. We were going for too many players. We didn't get Malachi Corley. That's fine. We didn't get Trevin Wallace, but I think that was it. Is there another receiver we could go for? Kayshawn Booty. I think we're fine just going for Franks. So these two, do you want to sign? Okay, we do get both of them. All right. No like insane upgrades. I don't even know if we went up in overall. I don't think we did, but we really filled out the depth. We did what we could. We got like the best players we could. I guess the biggest one was signing Christian Wilkins, but either way, I mean, we're looking pretty good. So let's get into the final draft, and it's gonna be weird, but we're gonna take a quarterback for the final year, assuming there is one. I mean, if there isn't, then we just went an entire rebuild without an actual decent first-round QB, which is crazy, but we'll see. But okay, in our final draft of the rebuild, we pick... Oh yeah, we don't have a first-round pick. Oh no. Well, this is like the worst year to not have a first-round pick because there is finally a first-round talent QB. There's only one, but there is one. Jadarius Ash. He looks good. Some of his ratings aren't, like, amazing, but he looks good. He must just have really good throw power. He has a strong arm, but I don't think we can get him. I mean, we would have to pull off some kind of crazy trade up. He's projected to go at 14. I mean, we have a second-round pick, obviously. We could make some crazy trade to get into the first round. If we can't get him... I mean, we can see how Ward does with a new playbook, but let's see if Ash is available by 10. I wish you could like sim straight to a specific pick. It's kind of annoying to have to go pick by pick. No, Ash went at number 4. Okay, I don't think we could have traded up that far anyways. Damn. All right, well, I don't think we're going to trade up at all, but we could if we really wanted to. Oh, this receiver, Joel Robinson. Oh, he's projected to go at number 7. He looks insane. Well, he doesn't have the best catch and traffic, but elite change direction and agility. He ran a 4.37, A short route, spec catch, and medium route, B deep route and catching, A to B awareness. This dude looks amazing, but he's projected to go way too high, so we can't get him. Yeah, we're not gonna trade up. We're gonna have to go with Ward, for better or for worse. So, all right, we'll just get to our next pick. We pick at 52. There are some receivers. We'll probably go with Josh Byram. Let me see. There's nothing else we, like, desperately need, is there? Not really. We don't even really need a receiver. Like, he would be the 6th or 7th guy, probably. What should we do? Let me just see if I can find someone really good, but if not, I might trade this pick away, too. Because really, there's nobody here that would help us. D'Angelo Morrison looks good at safety. What's your speed? Great speed, only solid acceleration, though. Okay, he might be worth it. Only C pursuit, but... Ooh, these safeties look good. Denario Hearns, he looks pretty good, too. But, like, I don't think they're going to be upgrades over the safeties we already have. I think I'm just going to trade this away. There's some interesting offers. None that I love yet, but interesting ones. Ooh, an X-Factor safety. That's interesting. Okay, what I'm looking for is a receiver. There are some decent receivers here, but none that are, like, crazy upgrades. They're all, like, 84s or 85s. Damian Rush could be kind of cool, though. That's a lot to give up from the Bears. I mean, this isn't a realistic rebuild, so I might take that. Only trading down from a 2nd to a 3rd to get a 6th, a 7th next year, which we're not going to use, and then Damian Rush, who's probably going to be our #1 receiver, so we can try to develop him. Sure. Weird trade, not a great one for the Bears, but sure. But now round 3, there is an interesting quarterback. Billy Decker, he has the face that I hate. I feel like most quarterbacks we end up with have that face. Maybe that's a strategy. Look for quarterbacks with the fat face, and they'll be decent. I don't know, but he's a 2nd to 3rd round talent. He isn't terrible. Honestly, his ratings are pretty good. Sure. Probably no dev trait, but ranked 58, got him at 84. He does have hidden dev. Okay, now hold on. We might have a new quarterback. It would be risky to start a 2nd to 3rd round quarterback for his rookie year in the final year of this rebuild, but we'll see. He doesn't look bad. And then let's see. Cliff Rodriguez, we kind of need a linebacker. Not really, but he looks good. Ranked 13, got him at 86. I always just look for ones with decent pursuit, and usually they're good. At least the middle linebackers. And let's see, none of the good safeties are left. Okay, I think we might be done here. Are there any other decent-looking receivers? We really don't need another one, though. We have enough. I don't even know if someone we would take there would make the team. All right, let's go with Darren Kemp. He looks pretty okay. Okay, he's not great. I don't want to finish on a bad pick. He's fine, but did I just see someone named Jalen Hurts? Yeah, spelled a little different, but to the Steelers, Jalen Hurts, a defensive end. Interesting. All right, I don't know. I might be done picking. I don't really see anyone else that looks good at all. Ooh, actually, there are a couple defensive ends with A power moves. Bradfield at least for sure has it. He has elite agility. He's one of these classic short power rushers in Madden, sure. Probably not that good, but does have hidden dev, sure. We'll take it. But all right, again, here's how we did in the draft. Pretty decent. Billy Decker's a 73. That's about what I thought he would be. We could try him. I don't know if I want to. We'll see how he does in the preseason. He should have a pretty good team around him in the preseason. We have really good depth. And then Cliff Rodriguez, I mean, he was a borderline top 10 talent. He was ranked 13. I don't know if he's going to get any playing time, but he's really good. 76 overall. And then these two guys are whatever. The CPU didn't really do much. It picked a decent linebacker, but again, we already picked a linebacker, and then it picked another, and then another. Or I guess this guy's a power rusher, but we had already picked a power rushing defensive end. Like, what's the point? But all right, good draft. Good for what we had, at least. I actually kind of do want to see what that one QB looked like. The first round talent. Okay. Whoa. Okay, there were some pretty good receivers and, well, good players, a good receiver, and a good outside linebacker. The #1 pick, 84 overall, Jared Wilson to the Seahawks. Damn. And then Kai Bean, that's a crazy name. 84 overall receiver. He has 94 spec catch, 99 jumping. Damn. The other receiver, Joel Robinson, is good too, but I didn't even notice Kai Bean. I mean, he's 87 route running, Robinson does, or medium route. Honestly, though, other than like the catch in traffic, Bean doesn't look that much much crazier than Robinson. I guess he just has really good jumping and I guess better acceleration, but I don't know, that's interesting. He also has 77 strength. That's crazy. Yeah, pretty good. But okay, in the preseason, it definitely looks like Ward outplayed Decker. Not that the preseason should be everything, but he did definitely outplay him. Decker also got sacked a lot, so I don't know. I don't know if that was his fault or whose fault that was, but Ward definitely did better. We'll stick with Ward. Should we? Probably. I want to start Decker, but I can't justify it. He didn't do well. But all right, here's a look at the team heading into, for sure, the final year. It's a good team. I am a little undecided on who I want to start on the O-line. I guess we'll put McDonald at center, and yeah, that's probably fine. I don't know. We'll probably move him around by the end of the year because someone's going to underperform, inevitably. And I guess I'll make Rush the #1 receiver to try to get him to develop. We'll see. I mean, he's the youngest out of our 3 receivers. But on defense, we're looking good. I mean, I'm still worried about our pass rush outside of these two. Actually, you know, Wilkins should be good too. I just don't know how our other edge rusher's gonna do, our #2. Let's see. McCullough last year, he had 2.5 sacks for the year before. Wilkerson had 4, right? Oh wait, I was looking at preseason. Last year, they both had 4. But it looks like Wilkerson played more. That's right, I think. Is that what it was? No, McCullough played more. I don't know. I don't think either of them are gonna do great either way. I guess I'll get Wilkerson more playing time, but again, I don't feel great either way. But I mean, the rest of the defense is good. I want to get Rodriguez playing time. Maybe we'll play him over Damone Clark. I don't know if that's going to get him a ton, but we'll see. And then I'll rearrange the specialists to try to get some of these guys more time. But all right. The team's looking good. We have new playbooks that should be better. Through the preseason, we were pretty bad. I don't know how much that matters. Sometimes it seems like it reflects how you're gonna do in the year. Sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. All I know is we should be really good. So let's get to the end of year 5, and we will see how we do. All right, well, where do we rank in terms of overall in the league? We are an 89 overall. The Buccaneers have a 91. There are a few other 89s too. The Falcons are a 90. But I mean, we're like a top 5 to 10 team in terms of overall. Yeah, like tied for top 5-ish. Let's see what happened. Okay, Paul Ward surprisingly wasn't the issue. I checked at the midseason and he was doing fine, so I didn't bench him, but 4,100 yards, 35 touchdowns, only 9 picks. I mean, apparently it was just our offensive playbook. I mean, debatably. At least for passing production it was, but he also got sacked 43 times. Raphael Claiborne was not good this year, just randomly. That's fun. But I mean, Damian Rush, almost 1,300 yards and 17 touchdowns. We definitely got the production we wanted. Matthew Nixon was good too. But Zach Spellman looks like he spelled doom for our team. I don't know, that's so lame, but yeah, he was horrible. I benched Walker at the midseason for Crawford, and it looks like he did better, a lot better. And then I benched McDonald for Taylor at the midseason. He did better too. I mean, they allowed the same amount of sacks, but Taylor played more snaps, so that worked out, but it still wasn't great. And then Jamal Hill, 112 tackles at the team, good amount of TFLs, good amount of sacks too. 18 for Hutchinson. The picks were even fine. Stats-wise, we were good. Like, we should have been a good team, but unfortunately, in the final year, we finished 7-10 with one of the best rosters in the league. You hate to see it.